Hello everybody and welcome back to Saxlingham. So today we have got a lot to sell. All our prices are high for all our grains, let's say. So the first one we're going to do is the canola, because that is December is the best price, and it's only going to the old grain mill, so it is at the closest. But if we go into the time-saving stock check, you can see canola. It is best price in December, which we are in, and it's to the old grain mill, so that's very, very local to us. So we're going to get this done first. Then we have our wheat, where it says January is the best price. But if you look at our value now to the max price, we're actually higher, and it says it's on the way down. So I had the feeling that January it's still going to be on the way down. So I'd like to get that sold as well as the straw, because likewise the straw is holding a very, very decent price. Right, we're going to get this down to the old grain mill, and we'll see how much 21,700 litres makes us. So we'll just turn into here and get ourselves backed up to sell to here. So I'm hoping there should be, well, 70,000 litres we had in total, say 150, so it should be 2,000. Does that make it 2,000 per 1,000 litres? So maybe £40,000 in this trailer, I would hope. I was never any good at maths at school and or now. Okay, 45,500 plus 6.5, so a lovely, well, very, very nice bit of money in there for us, which is all very helpful. I'm wanting to buy a lorry, and I did some tests, because I was wanting to go for the Mercedes pack with the hook lift, but after doing some tests, just making sure everything works right before I was to buy it, you can't put trailers onto them. Or the trailers I want, the bale trailers, you cannot attach them to the back unless I'm being very, very silly and not noticing how to do it. It's which is annoying. But anyways, there is the man lorry and the hook lift man lorry that I think if we were to go down that route, that's the one we would go for. Also, some brilliant news. If I go into here, our moo calf, I think they're called. The moo call calving sensors have been going off, and if we go into here, you'll see that we have had one has given birth to 3 babies, and then we've had, so that's a 015 at the end, and then we've had another one give birth to 1. So this is one of the new features on the new update. So I just want to see, can we mark these as red? Don't know. But if we go into here, so these are all our animals, and let's have a look. So this is how old? Where does it say the age? It should say, oh, there we go. So that's one of our new ones. And then I would imagine we've been very fortunate here that we have got many a cow. So these are all by that one, that's 7 months. So where can we see? Here we go. Oh, that's no good. That one's infertile. So, but everything's extremely high. How does it go? Extremely high, and then everything's out, and then it's only good. But let's have a look, because we may have to. There's another one that's infertile. That's not very good. High. Just making sure that everything's worth. Okay, that one's amazing. Recovering from last. Okay, so that one must have just had a pregnancy. Whoa! Look at that for a bull. These are all very, very good. So I need to keep an eye on them, because stuff like, if we go to, let's try finding the oldest one, 59. Okay, so I'd say recovering from last. I would say then that 59-year-old, that may, well, it's just, we will keep it for a bit longer, but that's the sort of ones we want to be looking at getting rid of. Luckily, our bulls are very, very good, but it'd be nice to know if anyone does know what is the perfect age to sell something, especially on when we're using Arrows mod, because that's something that I don't know. But right, we're going to hop back into here. We're going to continue getting canola. I was just about to say this will take us over £300,000, which is well, it's brilliant. But right, let's have a look at. Oh, I better also show you our loan. So we've almost paid £100,000 off already in 6 months. So that's brilliant. That is slowly ticking its way down. If we go on to here. Because I would like to get a grass field at some point, but what I want to make sure of is obviously David. We've got a 25% discount, so that's just under £200,000 now. Depending on who owns these, so that's David 25. Oh, that's David 25. That sort of ruins that plan then, because I was toying with what's this one? Is that Walter? So Walter 15. Oh, they're still in sugar beet. That's interesting. So let's just have a look. So that is 10.6 acres. That's 11.2. So let's go for the value, the price per hectare. I think that's the best way to look at it. So that's 81.54, 81.5. So you're actually getting the bigger field. Is per hectare, it's actually cheaper. So that's 81,000. Well, let's have a look at this. So that's 369,351. This one is closer, but that one's a nicer shape. So if I was to say buy now, 276 with the discount. When does sugar beet wither? Sugar beet, potato, sugar beet. Oh, so we can harvest that all the way till February. Okay, that's cool. It all just depends on when it was planted, because I'm going to guess if you plant it in March, you have the first 3 months, October, November, December to get to it, and then you have December, January, February if you plant in April. Right, let's go for it. This could be interesting. Oops, I shouldn't have done that one. I've been trying to avoid tabbing on any of that. Anyways, my bad. Buy. So we'll buy that. We've now just used, because I want to buy this, but we've just used our discount with David, or a 25%. So we are going to have to do some more jobs for David to buy that, and we're going to have to do some jobs for Walter to buy that. Right, let's go precision farming. So we'll go up here. Let's purchase soil information. It's all low, sandy loam, which that isn't too bad. But right, we're now going to go back to the yard. We're going to set the worker on selling the wheat, and we're going to focus on doing the straw. So our worker, he's now off to load up with wheat, and he's going to the farmer's market. So it'll take him 21,000 litres a load. How many litres is there? 130. So he's going to have 5 or 6 loads to do there. Right, but we are going to hop into here, and where do we need to go to? So animal dealer bales, which I believe is up here. Yes, which also means that we'll be passing our new field. So if we get off up there now to sell these, we'll help survive the trailer on. If we get up there to sell these, we can call in and have a look at our field. I don't think, because it's ready to harvest, I don't think we'll be able to add any fertiliser to it. but we can certainly give it a go. And then we need to have a look at renting ourselves a beet harvester so that we can get up there and do something about it. And it may even mean that with the money we're making off everything else here, we may need to look at sugar productions, because I think it would be a waste to take this much sugar beet off the field and not do anything with it, just sell it as a raw commodity. So that was one of the sugar beet fields that was a contention, but like I said, it's just a field size, not a field size, a field shape that put me off it. You know, you think, well, ooh, with beet harvesters and that, you'd want as many straight lines as possible. And I think going down the beet route instead of the potato route at the minute is good, because I think they can you get 4 or 5 metre harvesters, whilst with, we've got to go up this way to see our field, whilst with potatoes I think they're 3 metre harvesters. But we may purchase that in due course. On this field we've done a fair bit of contracts in here on this one, which I think, yeah, that's perfect shape for us. So the only thing there is the nitrogen is bad. We will try and get the class up here to get this sprayed off. Well, not sprayed off, but try and see if we can get some fertiliser on it to up it. But I know from the Alma series, as soon as you got... oh no, that was crop destruction. It may work. But anyways, let's get this to the animal dealer or animal bale sell point. Then we'll have to go back to the yard, find a flattish place to load up, and get all these bales sold. But it's amazing that we finally got, well, we've got this field up here. We just need to look at trying to get field 40 at some point, and a grass field. And there is a car coming. Oh, there's a few cars coming, but someone crossing over the road. I do love seeing the people. When you see the people that are out in the countryside, it just gives maps that extra bit of them being alive. Just thinking about it, the sugar beet, we'll have to check what the price is, because it may be that it's at its maximum value now, which then selling it straight off the field would probably be the better route to go down. But right, this is the last load of bales. Well, last load, only the second load of bales to be sold. So we would just take the straps off and reverse into here, like so. That gives us 30, well, basically 38 plus 4, so that's 42 and a bit £1,000 in straw. And our worker, I haven't seen him for a while, so I am just going to give him a quick call and see how he's getting on selling this wheat. Right, well, they're on their way back from the farmers market to get another load, which is good, so we'll leave them doing that. What I think is best for us is we'll go get the class, we'll put the lime spreader on, and we'll bring it up to our sugar beet field and see if that will increase our yield. Because if that does, then we'll come up and spray with fertiliser. I think that's probably the best way, and it means we can start getting through these lime bags of ours. It's just whether we need to take a trailer up with us with some lime to make sure that we have plenty for it. But look, from what I remember looking at the field, it said it was good, so it shouldn't need too much to be put on. Right, we'll go down this road here and see you back at the yard. So we've all seen in one of the previous episodes how our worker drives, so we need to make sure wherever we leave this, we'll turn the beacons off, is well out of the way so they don't go smashing into it. So let's just put this, if we put this up here, that should be fine. We have plenty of silage there, because I was just wondering of when we last fed the cows, but they've got 20,000 litres, so we will have to go feed them. Let's just turn this off. We will have to go feed them probably in the next episode, because now we're getting some young. They will be, obviously they won't eat very much to begin with, but they will start making their way through the food a bit quicker. But yeah, so I've got another barn that I'd like to put up at some point, but it's 100 is our worker, but that is 120,000 I think to put that in, so that would wipe out our bank account if we were to put that in today, so we're not going to do that. And I would like field 40 over there, and I would like to get that grass field down there. Once we've got all that, then we should be fairly settled, well, at least for a short while. But to lease the sugar beet harvester, that's going to cost some money, and I would imagine we would need both our workers on leading for the volume that we should get from it. So let's just put that on and have a look at sugar beet prices. Yeah, so it's maximum value in December, so I would say we need to try and lift as much sugar beet as we can off it. Well, try get the yield up first, and then try and lift as much sugar beet off that field as possible to get maximum yield. Right, so let's try cross over the road. Oh, that was close. Cross over the road with very little problems. Let's get that back closed up. And we do have narrow tyres on, so we should be alright. Brilliant, so we are. Now this is going to be the interesting part. If we can up it now, it's not 24 metres, it's 42. Ooh, that went too far. Again, too far. It would be nice if you could type it in, what you wanted to do. 41. 42. Brilliant. So let's just go start. We'll start doing the headland up here first, I think. Turn it on. And yeah, so that is improving. If you look in the minimap on the bottom left, that's improving the pH value of the field. So yeah, we're going to get this limed, and then we'll come back up with the fertiliser spreader. If we don't have any liquid fertiliser, we are going to buy ourselves one of those silos that you can just pull underneath it and buy whatever you want. We're going to buy one of them, put one of them into the yard somewhere. I haven't quite decided where's the best place for it. So anyways, let's get cracked on. So we'll put this here, but looking in the store, I don't think we've got a solid fertiliser, which we could broadcast on, but I'm saving that more for contracts. So let's just drop that down and we can take that off. And I'm going to guess, because I think it was herbicide was the last thing that we sprayed. So if we go into here, we'll just double check. Ooh. We go from one extreme to the other. Too much weight on the back to too much weight on the front. So it's back onto here. So what? Oh no, we're liquid fertiliser. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, that saves the job. So we are going to go, whilst we're on this top road, I'll just show you. So whilst we're on this top road, we are going to go, what's our worker doing there? Interesting. We're going to fertilise field 50 because we have, if we go to precision farming and nitrogen, so we do have these fields to do. So we're going to fertilise field 50 whilst we go up here, and we will do 45 because then my thinking in the next episode, where we'll still be in December, we can start harvesting in here, and then just to split the jobs up a bit, we can then go to the 30, 38, 39 and 41 to start getting those done. I would like to, as well, we need to make sure that we do some contracts for David. So we'll need to do 3 contracts for David at some point, so we can buy that, because our silage supply is depleting slightly, and I don't want to have to keep cutting the grass up here, because obviously I've got to cut that grass manually. So I'd like to be able to. Now we've got a lot of tractors, and we have the opportunity for 2 workers. I can leave them on in fields doing it for me instead. The only thing I'd have to go and do is go wrap and gather the bales up, which I'd much rather do that. I'm sure we did all the fields for weeds, so we'll just double check. It's one of them. Between obviously doing episodes, I try and record an episode, so it'll be Alma one day, and then we need to go the other way. We definitely sprayed this because we need to go the other way around, I remember that. I try to record episodes, so it's Alma one day and then Saxlingham the other, just so that they're as fresh in my mind as possible. But I still get days like now, looking at the weed, like trying to remember about the weeds, whether I did spray them or not. So let's get ourselves lined up properly, and getting an all-in-one sprayer would be lovely at some point, because it'll be a lot easier reversing and manoeuvring around than what this is. But anyways, let's get on. We'll get this sprayed with fertiliser, we'll get up to the sugar beet field and we'll spray that. And there we go, we are almost done with the spraying, which should have improved this yield by, I'm hoping, 20%. And you'll see why I lime then sprayed, because I didn't want to have to be lifting sugar beet with the lime texture on, so spraying means we can get rid of it. So right, let's just turn that off and we'll get that folded, and now let's have a look. So we're 99%. How do we get that extra 0.8 tonnes? Well, anyways, we're 19% better than what we were. So you think that's, it's a quarter, not a quarter, it's a fifth more. So we should be getting a fifth more sugar beet than what we would have done if we hadn't have done anything that we've just done now. But right, we will get this back to the yard and make sure our workers still selling wheat, because they seem to be taking a long time in doing that, because I haven't seen our bank balance go up for a little while. I'll give our workers some credit. They are currently on the way back to the farmers market, so I'll let them off there. What I do want to do to finish the episode is I'm going to move our pickup out the way. I'm just going to park this up here because this will be used in the next episode for fertilising. So if we go move the pickup, we're going to go put this silo in, and I think the best place is here because we can then pull up. It shouldn't be in the way for any of our vehicles driving about, and it should be the easiest place for us to pull into, you know, from any angle to get to it. So we can leave that there for now. And if we go to the construction menu, and will it be containers? See, these are Omatana's ones, or at least I think they're Omatana's ones, where you can get a reduced price or you go for normal price, which that's the one I think I've got on Alma, but this is the one I am thinking about going for on here. And then, like I say, putting it in this gap. I do want to try and get it somewhat to line up with the shed. If we use the back of it to see whether that maybe there we go. Workers sold the load, so almost £30,000 there. And now let's put this there like so. We'll just quickly, it's changed the ground texture, so we will just change that back. Which is it, this one? Yeah, so we'll change that back like so. It hasn't gone and got anything in there. There's a little bit. And has it changed the ground? Just as a preventative, we'll just soften it around here like that. So now we have our new silo. So once everything's run out in here, we will use this for storage, and then I can quickly show you, if you'd like, sheds. So we want to go to 100, I think it's 120,000, this one. So this is the shed I'd like to put in, and that's obviously going to go in here, and it should just go up nicely up again there. But like I said, it's 125,000, so it's a lot of money to spend. But once we've got that shed, I would say this yard complete without going into any woodland or buying any new fields. There's not much more we can do here. But on that note, I'd like to just say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye for now.